Next up, we have the grand finale from the Mario and Luigi Bowser's Inside Story soundtrack. Once again, everybody, this is a Basterd's LFA, a layman-friendly analysis. I'm a professionally trained musician and composer, and my objective here is to explain things in a way so that you don't have to be one to understand what's happening here musically. So, if you like the sound of that, make sure you're following the channel, subscribe to the channel, whatever term we want to use, like the video, share the video, leave a comment, turn on notifications, become a member. Once again, everybody, members get early access to the stuff. Artists, I want to collaborate with everybody, whether it is any sort of collaboration. If you want guitars, Mongolian throat singing, you know, the good old kind of thing. We have a gaming channel. I have a whole spiel for this at the end of the video, so stick around for that. Disclaimers showing on your screen right now, so go ahead and pause the video if you want to read it in full. Otherwise, let's go ahead and get started with the grand finale, Mario and Luigi Bowser's Story. Let's go. Okay, first off, this is very loud. I'm gonna lower the volume a little bit. No, let's leave the full volume. I'm gonna lower the volume on this end. So we start with two layers. One of them being the piano, giving us our initial motif. Motif being the smallest version of your musical idea, the seed of the essence from which everything else comes from. And the other one being a synth engaging in accompaniment, doing arpeggios. So accompaniment is going to be your backing band. They're going to be the background, whatever it is that enhances the foreground. And then arpeggios is when you play a chord one note at a time. Here, I'm going to give you the example as usual. Here's C major chord as a block chord, and then arpeggiated. Of course, this is being done a lot faster and throughout several octaves, because, you know, you can just play the same chord and it's all the same, and then you can just really go up and down the entire piano if you want, playing a single chord, which is kind of what is happening over here. So let's see where this goes. Oh. Okay, so there we go. We bring in the drums. We now have the first melody coming out of the motif, engaging in what is called a doubling. Doubling being when you have more than one instrument playing the same thing at the same time. We're having the piano and we're having a synth of a first violin section playing this initial melody. Let's see where this goes. The synth in the background is still having those arpeggios. So welcome back, Alec. Welcome back. And yes, there will be one more round of live Q today. So yeah, let's see where this goes. Oh. Take a little break to change the motif. And we go back to the first. Oh, we engage in variation. Oh, and I love, so the background synth is doing something very, very nice. It's engaging in a polyrhythm with accents. So polyrhythm is when you have rhythm against rhythm. When you have more than one rhythm going on, that would usually clash against each other, but that contrast, it's what gives you it's what makes it good, right? So, for example, right now we could have the most popular one being the 3 versus 2, where you have one side playing 2 beats, 1 2 1 2, and the other side playing 3. Let me actually use the piano, right? Because with the piano it's more easy to listen to hear. So we have one side doing 2 beats, so a 2, 1 2 1 2 1 2, and then we have another one doing 3 on the same time. So 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3. And if we do those together, we have that kind of thing. There's a bunch of different polyrhythms, and of course it doesn't have to be something like this. And what we are having right now is that the arpeggios that the synth is doing is engaging in accents. Accents being when you highlight something in the rhythm. It's for accentuation, right? So you're highlighting something in the rhythm, and what the arpeggios are doing is that they are going up and down. They're going up and down, up and down, up and down, kind of like in this like M or W shape, and each time we reach one of the peaks, we get an accent. It plays a little bit harder than before, and what it's doing is that it's giving us another rhythm on top of what is happening. So while we're having the melody happening and all this stuff, you can hear very high up this rhythm of threes. Bang, 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 bang. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Bang, 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 bang. While the rest is doing its own thing, giving you like this very, very like there's something in the background kind of thing. Classical DFP, thank you for the $5. Appreciate it. Let me just plus $4.99. Remind me afterwards to set this up. So yeah, let's see where it goes. Okay. So we switch to another version of the melody now. The piano is now doing the rhythm with eighth notes. Bum, 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 bum. Now we have the melody engaging in what is called a harmonized melody or parallel motion. So harmonization, otherwise known in counterpoint. Counterpoint, of course, being the study of melodies, how they develop, how they interact with one another, usually in the context of two or more at the same time. We have the concept of parallel motion. Parallel motion is when you have more than one melody playing at the same time, doing the same shape just from different starting points. So the one I always give as an example, we have this C major motif. Then we have this other one doing the same motif, just a little bit higher. And both of them together. And right now the piano is playing, let me hear a bit more. The piano could be playing, it sounds like the piano is just playing block chords. So it could be power chords, it could be not. Power chords is, of course, a type of chord which is just root and fifth. So chords is notes stacked up vertically, basically. Melodies are the individual horizontal lines, and then once you put them vertically, that's when you get chords. And chords are usually going to be, and when it's two notes, it's called a dyad, which is when you stack two notes together. So let's build a chord, right? So we have C. If we add a third, you get a dyad. If you add a third note, it becomes a triad. And after that, it's called extended chords, right? So a triad, we have, so let me actually start from here, right? So we have the single note, dyad, then we have triad, then we can have the extended, which is the 7th chord, then we can have a 9th chord, then we can have an 11th chord, then we can have a 13th chord. So you can really, really continue going with these. And of course, there's variations of these. You know, there's the minor chords with everything else. There's a lot of combinations of this. But one of the types of chords that exists nowadays is called the power chord. Power chord is mainly popular in with guitars because, once again, when you're having the triad, you are doing root, which is the first note. Then you're going to have a third, and which is going to be the third note of the scale, and then your fifth, which is going to be the fifth note of the scale. Because if we were to play the C major scale, so root being C, second note would be D, we're not including that one, third note would be E, that's the third, fourth note is F, fifth note is G, that's our fifth. So root, third, fifth. And the way power chords work is that you remove the third. So what this does, your third is what determines whether or not a chord is major or minor. This is more formulaic, so a major third is going to sound more happy, more bright. A minor chord is going to sound a little bit more somber. But a power chord is not going to have a third at all. So it is going to be a lot more ambiguous and therefore more flexible. This is, of course, super popular in guitars because it's a lot easier to play the shape of a power chord, especially if you add a power chord with the octave. So it becomes a lot easier to play these, and it's a lot more flexible because then it allows you to build more on the rest of what you're doing. And right now, it is possible that the piano is playing power chords. Chances are, it's just playing simple triads. It's just playing very, very simple triads. And Gershon, thank you for the $5. Appreciate it. Does piano sound like that one song, Built to Scale from Rhythm Haven, might be tripping? I don't know. This piano that I'm using is just the Grandeur from Contact. So it's just a sample. It's just a sample. It's possible that it was used the same sample library. I don't know, because this one is based on a grand piano. I don't know which brand of grand piano this one is based on. If anybody knows, let me know, because I don't know which one this is based on, because there's quite a few brands for pianos. So yeah, let's see where this goes. So we change the melody again, and there's the polyrhythm. High up is the polyrhythm in the other synth. So we had a brief moment, bang, that high note with accents from the percussion, and everything else kind of stopped for a quick second, while now we are collapsing into this version of the melody. But pay attention in the background. You can hear the polyrhythm. Back, 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 back. Let me go. Oh, very beautiful. And we're just doing variations on the melody. Different pianos play different things. Different pianos sound differently. Because you have, of course, the grand piano, which, like, they're mostly going to have some sort of similarities, but there is going to be difference sometimes in the type of mechanism that they use, because there's several variations on the mechanism of the piano, the quality of the strings, the material, the different make of the strings, how they do, the type of wood that you use. Like, all of these will factor into how your piano is going to ultimately sound. Like, even like in some instances, even the paint that you use might even change the sound. Like, instruments can very much vary in sound like that. And when it comes to pianos, of course, it's an extremely expensive process. This, of course, as you can see over here, this is a grand piano, but then there's the upright piano. So if I were to search for upright piano, you can see that it's this type of piano where the mechanism is basically compressed to fit a vertical space rather than a horizontal space, but it's still the same mechanism, and it is going to sound a little bit different because, you know, it's a little bit more compressed than your regular grand piano. And of course, there you have your electric keyboards, that kind of thing. Of course, you can see here the upright piano versus the grand piano being, I think, the original version of this instrument, but it takes a lot more space. It is a lot louder, of course, because there's more space over here. And even the angle of the lid will have a difference on how the piano sounds. I think the sample that I have has the difference. Yes, so you can even change the lid. So here we have the lid kind of closed. Here they have the lid completely closed. The lid completely opened. So it just changed the brightness. Very subtle. It changes the sound a little bit. So yes, there are so many factors on these kinds of instruments that come into play. It's insane how complex these things can be. So yeah, I wish I can have a Steinway in my life. Oh boy, the maintenance on those things is insane. Anyway, let's see where it goes. We have the piano doing the melody, and then we are having the strings doing what is called canonic imitation. Canonic imitation just means that the melody is being repeated by another instrument with a slight delay, which is what just happened over here with the string. Let's hear this. And off the ramp we go. Off the ramp, of course, being a colloquial term that I use. Colloquial, by that I mean there's no official academic definition for this, or at least I'm not using it for the sake of simplicity. And off the ramp is what I call a transition. It can be as short as a couple of beats. It can be as long as an entire section. And the purpose of it is to make your listener feel suspended up in the air at the mercy of inertia, waiting to see where you land. How do you do that? Remove the drums. Maybe the bass as well. And that is kind of what we're done over here. Let's see where it goes. Oh, classically, yeah, no. Yeah, always wait for your food to cool down a little bit. A little bit. All right, let's see where it goes. So we're having those accents from the other one. Oh. A brief moment. And the polyrhythm. We bring this version of the melody again. And you can really hear... Oh, off the ramp again. With those accents, the polyrhythm is a lot more audible. it has looped. By now it has looped, yeah. Yeah, it has looped. Yep, this variation we heard earlier before. And those variations, of course, just being a couple of extra notes. Let's see where it goes. Let's just see if I can catch anything else. So here the piano switches back to the rhythm, with the melody being carried by the violins now. Very beautiful. Anything else I can catch here? That accent with the accent is being done by a timpani, by the way. Timpani being, of course, these absolutely beautiful, massive drums that are pitched. These ones are pitched, and they can act as a bass. They're very difficult to compose for because, you know, they're set notes. But if you can get it right, in this case, they only play once in a while, and every time they hit, it's just right. So yeah, let's see where it goes. That little phrase over there for the cadence. And by the way, that would be a part of the melody. It's kind of like the tail end of the melody. Because when it comes to your motific development, your motif, usually you're going to have like whatever version of your motif will have first half, and then second half will be some sort of development, some sort of tail. Sometimes you can put like a cadential melody to it. Sometimes, like, as long as it drives the rest through, your motif will accept it. Because yes, motifs are very jealous creatures. Let's see where this goes. Let's hear a bit more. Yep, so you can hear... I love it. So you can hear the timpani being the lowest note, and then the violin playing the highest note as an accent over there. So good. Let's hear it. Canonic imitation there. Very lovely doubling. There we go. We have an acceleration of the accents. Let's see. Oh, and the timpani is speeding up here. Now we bring back this version, and it immediately brings it. Ah, this is really good. And yeah, over here, it fades out over here because on the game it's gonna loop. This is from the Nintendo DS. Limited hardware, it just means this would loop infinitely until interrupted by the next part. So, there you go. There you go. That was really good. They're really good. This is from the times back when Nintendo was more focused on making good games instead of being a patent troll. So there you go. That was the grand finale from the Mario and Luigi Bowser's Inside Story soundtrack. Once again, everybody, this has been a Basterd's LFA, a layman-friendly analysis. I'm a professionally trained musician and composer, and my objective here has been to explain things in a way so that you don't have to be one to understand what's happened here musically. So if you're watching this on the YouTube video archive thing, thank you for watching. Make sure you're following the channel, subscribe to the channel, whatever term I'm going to use. Like the video, share the video, leave a comment, turn on notifications, become a member. Once again, everybody, if we somehow hit 10,000 subscribers on YouTube before Christmas of 2025, which is still possible, it's still possible. If that happens, I will take a single fan fiction of the choice of the community, and I will fully produce, record, and voice act an audiobook for it. We also had a member offer to do Discord Nitro giveaway. We might do other types of giveaways as well, so we will see. This has to be achieved through legitimate and honest means only. No account duping, no botting, no buying followers, no alt accounting, no rat behaviors like that. Go share the videos, the streams with your friends, with your families, with your family's friends, with your friends' families. Those are two distinct concepts, by the way. With your online and offline communities, also use the hype function on YouTube. I don't know how it works, but we have a group on the Discord that does link down below. Go check out to coordinate with them. Artists on YouTube and otherwise, I want to collaborate. If you want anything for any of your tracks, whether it is my guitar skills or Mongolian throat singing, you know, the good old kind of thing, or voice acting, regular singing, or if you want help figuring out something for your composition, just reach out, let me know. Or if there's anything else you would like to collaborate with, just let me know. And we will figure it out. And if you're in the audience and you know any artists that could benefit, just let them know. Please do not harass anyone. Please do not spam anyone. Be cool about it. Don't be a rat. Members get early access to the content. I schedule the videos for the week on Saturdays. And if you're a member, paid member on YouTube, you get access to the videos when I schedule them, at least for the LFAs when I schedule them. So become a member today. If you want to listen to this without me interrupting every 3.5 seconds, I will be linking it in the description down below. If you want to request a song and you're not on the live stream, check the pinned comment. It has the instructions on how to request. And if you want to catch the streams when they happen live, we aim for Monday through Friday, 6 p.m. Central European Time. If you're not in Europe, do not worry. We have the full up-to-date streaming schedule showing in your local time zone. I just realized that I didn't pick another town. So yes. So if you live in Jose Smith Comas and you're like, yeah, but what time is 6 p.m. in Hungary? I don't live there. Do not worry. We have the full streaming schedule in your local time zone. Discord, Twitch, both linked down below. And follow the gaming channel. I have a gaming channel because, of course, I have a gaming channel. What else could I possibly have? I'm on YouTube. Games are Basterd. That's where I put the gaming after show recordings when they happen. They get recorded on the main channel, and then the recordings go there. Link down below, or just search on YouTube. Same username as James R. Basterd. Just swap the J for a G, and you got it. And yeah, there you go. There you go. Grand finale. Mario and Luigi. Good stuff, man. Good stuff. Really, really good stuff. But yeah, let's move on.